So, update. I went to get our missions done, and I was not napping, but just laying in the back while Asa drove, not paying any attention. And we had to pull our heater out to do the floors. So we threw it back in to drive down here, and we looked, and it's spraying fluid all over. So,
Howdy.
we're dealing with that. What'd we just do?
We just got our emissions passed. Woohoo!
Oh, we passed! I'm so excited. And now, I think we fixed the leak on the heater. You guys gave us some tools, hopefully. So now I'm gonna watch that on the way home, and hopefully it stops leaking and doesn't catch on fire when we make it home. These floors we just finished, I think if you go low,
they look good, see. But they've got bubbles all over.
Oh, now you can kind of see it. Yeah.
Bubbles and separation, and the flooring is just coming out on us. We thought
after a couple days,
we thought it'd be a good alternative for the rip and stick tile.
That's what this is, peel and stick.
Peel and stick.
But we thought we would do this instead of the interlocking pieces, and it's only been a couple days and it looks like shit. So
wasn't the good idea. And so we're gonna rip all this up.
It's not the good idea.
We're gonna rip all this up and take it back to Home Depot, see if
not the goodest.
We can just transfer it straight across and get some other ply or some other hardwood stuff to put down. And so today we're just going to be ripping all this out, getting new supplies. But we got a couple problems. We're not discouraged.
And the bus is one, but...
But we're going to make it. Dare to dream.
Sleeping in the bus.
Sleeping in the bus has been nice.
Alright, babe. Get to work. I'm going to take a nap back here. Rip up the clothes. When you get to the bed, I'll get up for a minute for you to bed.
Well, this one Rainbow Warrior. Don't let Babylon, we are chanting songs of freedom. Hey, and go like this, bro and sister. Say I am a rainbow warrior. Rainbow, rainbow warrior. Lord, I am a rainbow warrior, warrior of love now. Yeah. Whoa, whoa. Them fuss and them fight, silly hypocrites. Well, them want unite, them die. See them fight the competition. Why don't them know?
So, ripped out the floor. Didn't work for us. Bubbled up everywhere, and it was a bad idea. So we took it back to the store. They actually gave us all of our money back, and we saved a little bit of money buying some lock in place. It's a little bit lighter color. We were thinking the gray tones were a little bit too modern for what we were trying to do, and we want to have like a different bus. So we don't want to look like everybody else online. So we went with a little bit lighter color. We're actually going to switch from going straight up and back to side to side to make the bus feel wider, and
I think it'll be way easier.
I think it'll be a lot easier on our cuts.
It's also the peel and stick. I think it didn't work because the temperature, like, it can't do rapid temperature changes, and with the peel and stick, they're like glued to the ground. So if it expands or contracts, like,
those boards
it's gonna
were just
mess it up, yeah.
popping up, and we're gonna be traveling
with the
everywhere.
wood, it'll be able. This will have room. We're gonna leave a little bit of room around the edges too, so it will be able to withstand whatever temperatures. Cause
glad with what we're doing.
it is our car and our house, so.
All right, so we'll get to the floors today.
Fight the competition. Why don't them know it's an impossible mission battle? Can't you quench with her? We in about those dirty works. Love, come a quench with hers. We been about those dirty works. And rainbow warrior, rainbow, rainbow warrior. Lord, I am a rainbow lies and crimes. It's bringing peace and love and changing this time.
And just got some more planks for the bed. So I'm gonna put down most of the frame tonight before we go to Lake Powell this weekend. Tasha's a little bit mad that I'm working on the bus, but I'm doing it anyways.
While me and you shine out more right. Darling and spreading the wonders and sunshine. Rainbow, warrior. Rainbow, rainbow, warrior. Lord, I am a rainbow. Warrior, warrior, blow now. Yeah. Once again we say, said I am a rainbow. Warrior. Rainbow, rainbow, warrior. Lord, I am a rainbow. Warrior, warrior, blow now. Wait. So once again we say, so when I'm turning down in Babylon, I just keep my heart so clean. So when I'm turning in the dead man's town, I just keep a rainbow with it. Then I am a rainbow. Said I am a rainbow. Said I am a rainbow. Warrior in Babylon. Said I am the witness.
Right. Check it.
Got the new beta.
For these extra pieces over here. But eventually this is gonna look a lot cooler. Don't you worry. We did it.
Time to make the bed, get packed for Lake Powell.
Yeah.
Got a backbone.
I am a rainbow, warrior in Babylon, a world in a wickedness. Keep my heart on my cocoa road. Spreading the road. Spreading the road. Yeah, we're spreading the road. Jalo, 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 jalo,
So yesterday, Ace has been had an eye on these like planter. They're basically they're like trays. No, not trays. They're like these metal things. You'll see them in a second, anyways. But they were for like holding rows of plants. And my dad's had them sitting next door for like 2 years, not doing anything with them, trying to get rid of them. And Asa had an eye on them, and we realized yesterday that they were perfect for the bed frame.
Oh yeah.
And you want to talk? Do you want me to say a little?
So good news is we found those pieces of metal, chopped them up, took us like 10 minutes, and
We just took the bottom legs off of them, and then
they slid
the back
right
of
through
one side.
well, one came through the front door, and one of them we had to put through the back door, but it worked just fine. It was like
rubbing on the sides.
rubbing
but
on the
like
sides, but
fit
we pushed
just
it in and it worked just fine. So now we got a dope bed stand that we're almost finished with. Today is going to be another finished day on that project. So that's good news. Bad news is we went to the DMV like 3 different times now to try to get some handle on our title switch and registration, but they keep telling us that there's a gap in the title and the ownership where they can't prove the last transaction before us, how it got from one person to the other, because the story of the bus is all strange. It's like a foreclosed home, somebody died, and there's no signatures.
So this guy bought it from Oregon, and then passed away, and his house got foreclosed on. These other people bought it and ended up with the bus, and then they gave it to their neighbor to get rid of it. So on the title, it only shows it going from Oregon to Dean. That's the guy that passed away, and then it just goes from Shad to us. So it doesn't ever show the title going from Dean to Shad, but this guy's dead, so we have no way of getting
And we got we got a bill
over.
of sale kind of saying that he got the title of the bus with the purchase of the home, but it wasn't enough. And the first guy was telling us that we might need to look up like death certificates and start figuring out like power of attorney and who can turn over the bus legally.
And then today we waited for like probably 2 hours.
2 hours
in the
DMV line.
drive-through line. Finally got up there and we're like, oh please, like we have like 10 different papers we're giving to you, and please tell us we have everything and it'll happen. No, she's like, there's nothing I could do for you. The chain of the title's broken or whatever. And basically we have 2 options, and that is to either track down one of Dean's surviving, like
relatives.
What are they called though? It's like survivors of in the obituary, whatever.
I don't know.
Anyways, one of his relatives, and have them like say that Shad can have the bus and sell it to us.
Get it notarized.
Which we can't
and
even
sent
find
to
the
us.
first guy, so like that's not happening.
We were searching online trying to find where he's from, and he owns all these properties in California, Washington, and Oregon. And
this guy was all over the place.
this guy was all over the place. He might have been an investor or something else. Who knows? But having a hard time with that.
But the second option was, I can't remember the words for that either, but it's basically like improper proof of ownership or something like that, and you submit all of your documents and you tell them your whole story of why you don't have it. And
we got to send it to the Utah Tax Committee or something like that.
Utah Tax Commission. I don't know, but we don't know all this off the top of our heads, but we do have the paperwork we need, and we do hopefully have it filled out right.
We bought stamps.
Yeah.
We're going to send it off tonight, or we're going to put it in the mailbox tonight.
They said 30 to 90 days, but I've had to do this process before with my ex's truck, and it took like, sorry, I haven't told you yet. I just remembered that when we were inside. My mom reminded me. But anyways, it only took a couple weeks, so hopefully we send it out today and it happens really fast.
Hopefully it comes through
3 months later.
Because I've got a birthday trip coming up in a month, and we're hoping to take the bus.
We rented an RV spot.
We rented an RV spot and set that intention, and we're going to go disc golf from Salt Lake City up to Boise on a road trip with my brothers and the boys, and the girls are coming out.
And the cheeping you hear in the background on Mother's Day.
So good news, another good news.
Good news, bad news.
Good news, bad news. Let's go get them.
So on Mother's Day, we went over to my grandparents, and I got a ton of dream catcher stuff and made dream catchers. Well, my sister made
cute
one,
little basket,
and my mom made one for herself, and then I made one for my grandma and my other sister, because they're all moms, and we made one for his mama. And then my grandpa told me that there was a baby bird under his there was a baby bird under his van, so we went looking for him, and we found this little guy, and we thought he was probably a starling, and once I looked at the pictures, we realized obviously not, but we figured out he's a house sparrow, and so his name's still Starling, because me and Asa have this, I don't even know how it happened, but
it started with, to the convoy, Nigel.
Yeah, to the convoy. We were talking about the van. But then it became, I call him Watson, and he calls me Starling. And so this is baby Starling, even though she's actually, or he, we don't know yet, is actually a house sparrow. Let's see, I won't focus on you. But this is the newest member of our little family. And later we'll show you the zoo that we have at our house now, and all of the animals that are going to be living in the bus with us. The zoo that will be in the bus.
Yeah, we're going to be in a mobile zoo. Pretty much.
Jeez. But
good news.
Yep, back to the bed. And the tub that we just
another good news. We just got a bathtub, 71 gallons of galvanized steel.
Yeah. There's so excited. It's gonna be so nice. Oh yeah, here we go. So the planter boxes things I was having a hard time describing are these. So they both looked like that to begin with. They're just like three stepped, and then they also had like little, I don't know, 4-inch legs on all the corners. So we cut those off, and then we cut the whole back half off on the other side because we knew our bed needed a 12-inch gap on one end, and each of these are a foot. So our gap ended up fitting perfectly on the end of where the bed is, which it's way, way lighter than it would have been for us to build it all in wood. We already have now we have a bunch of compartments already started for us, and
We got it done.
it fit perfectly with like the mattress sits in there just right for that shelf to end up right on the end of our bed.
We've been doing movie nights. We've spent our last like
it's been like a week that we've had movie nights going.
We've been sleeping in the bus. We set up a sheet across the...
Yeah, we had the projector back there with like a board sketchily sitting on that back brown thing and out the window. And then the bed on the floor, and we just put the projector up on that. But we got it over here now, and then we hang a sheet. You can see the sheet hanging over there. Like halfway down the bus and end up with a full, like the size of the bus movie screen.
Just magnet it
to
the top.
We just shut the corners into the windows and then put magnets up, and we have a full movie in the bus.
Woohoo!
Yeah, so we're gonna...
That's our good news, bad news post.
Kind of wiggle this bathtub around and see
what it looks like.
How our bathroom's gonna be set up. Sit up here. Okay. I don't remember how it sits on here nicely.
Go like these.
Oh, just like that, do you? Okay.
So what if we did
open? We can just hang
what if we did
goes around the top.
his and hers closet?
Yeah, we could still do the his and hers closet. So we could do like bathtub, toilet, closets over the wheel wells, perfect, and then do kitchen and stuff.
I like that.
And that saves us like build. That keeps this more open too, because we don't have to build like we're not gonna have a full, wall on both sides and then a skinny little walk in. We're gonna have like.
Yeah, it's right here.